The Supreme Court let us down. Trump rages after SCOTUS rejects Texas AG's bid to overturn Biden's election victory and pardoned Roger Stone joins. Trump slammed the Supreme Court on Friday night after it delivered another crushing blow to his efforts to change the election results and dismissed a case filed by the Attorney General of Texas. The case had asked SCOTUS to intervene and overturn the election in 4 states Biden won. Yet the court voted by 7-2 to dismiss the case completely without it being heard. "The Supreme Court really let us down," Trump said, accusing the justices of having no courage, no wisdom. Trump has been due to speak at the White House Christmas party on Friday night, but guests were informed that he would not be joining them for remarks. He had previously declared it was perhaps the most important case in history. The suit sought to enjoin states from certifying their electors or vacate certification to let their GOP legislatures appoint electors, with Texas AG Ken Paxton claiming the votes were tainted. 126 House Republicans also signed on to the Texas suit, including Minority Leader, while Trump and 17 state attorneys general sought to intervene on Texas' behalf. Yet the Supreme Court deemed Texas lacked standing to even bring the case in a one-page ruling. The outcome was met with immediate anger from Trump loyalists, and the Proud Boys were joined by pardoned Trump ally Roger Stone as they erupted into protest in D.C. The Electoral College will meet on Monday and Congress meets in joint session to count the votes January 6. By Jeff Earl, Deputy U.S. Political Editor for DailyMail.com. Published, 1838 EST, December 11, 2020, updated, 6:40 EST, December 12, 2020. 22K. View comments. President Donald Trump blasted the Supreme Court as having no wisdom, no courage on Friday night after it dismissed a case filed by the Attorney General of Texas which asked them to intervene and overturn the election in 4 states which Joe Biden won. The SCOTUS decision to not even hear the case dealt a crippling legal blow to Trump's legal strategy, adding to the long list of failed lawsuits his campaign has filed in an effort to change the election results, as the president still refuses to concede and continues with unfounded claims of voter fraud. "The Supreme Court really let us down," Trump claimed, as he took to Twitter to voice his disapproval. He added quotes from Fox News' The Ingram Angle, which claimed the establishment failed us and that the American people deserve answers, as the show argued that the case should have been heard. The SCOTUS decision was met with immediate anger from the president's loyalists, as hundreds began to protest the outcome in Washington, D.C., joined by members of the far-right Proud Boys and pardoned Trump ally Roger Stone. Stone addressed the protests, which turned violent in the early hours of Saturday morning as Proud Boys clashed with Black Lives Matter counter-protesters. Before the SCOTUS result was announced, Trump had tweeted that the Texas AG suit was perhaps the most important case in history, and that if the court's judges showed great wisdom and courage, the country's electoral process will be respected again. Yet the majority of the Supreme Court justices did not agree with the president, and 7 of them voted to dismiss the case completely without it being heard. Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito said they would have heard the case, but that they would have refused to overturn the election result, which effectively made the result 9-0. The stunning end to Trump's legal bid to overturn the election came just after 6:30 p.m. in a one-page ruling from the court, which deemed that the Texas AG's bid to have the case heard had little standing.